Tateona Williams. She told me she and her 4 children had been living in their van for the past 3 months.
They said it was carbon monoxide. Oh, I don't know what it is. There's so many stories going around. I haven't even got the right story for my own kids. But one thing I do know is they could never be cold in their car. Because I keep gas in their car. I do what I got to do to keep them kids with heat. So it's not hypothermia. My kids could have never froze to death.
Thank you for tapping in with Missy You Dig. I hope all is good with you. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Subscribe. I appreciate it. No, I appreciate y'all though. Listen. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Subscribe. No, I'm just fucking around. I appreciate y'all tapping in though. Y'all hope you're having a good day.
Kids could have never froze to death. But I called everybody. I called out of state. I called different cities. I called Detroit. I got on a cam list. I've been on a cam list for a long time. Nobody. Every time I call, they say no shelter, no bed. I thought I was doing the right thing. I tried to keep them warm at night.
You know, at first, I didn't feel bad for that mother of the 2 kids that died freezing to death in that car. I felt bad for the children, actually, because as a mother, no matter what, you put your pride to the side, but you find a shelter, you find family, bitch, you go in a damn gas station, you go somewhere to keep your children warm. I don't. And was it the grandma, the mama, and some more people in the car with her? Like, what's going on? Why is everybody cooped up in that van?
The lady that left her children in the van in Detroit at the casino, okay, Hollywood Casino, okay. So I don't care what y'all say, it was neglect. The 2-year-old from Detroit that was found in the van, okay, Dad did a little interview with the news reporter, okay, but he say that he didn't know that his children was homeless. That's a lie. Because there ain't nowhere in the world that young lady called you and asked you to get your children and didn't tell you what she had going on and why. But she really don't have to ask you. You should be getting your children every other week. And I know a lot of people were saying, you don't know, you never been homeless, you never been this. I know one thing. I know I am a good mother. And I understand that good mothers do fall on hard times. And you never know what may knock at your door. We don't know. You never know. Okay, what storms may hit you. But what I do know as a mother, we're going to do whatever we have to do to protect our children and to make sure that they are safe.
I worship the ground and kids walk though.
The 29-year-old mother of the 2 kids that likely froze to death Monday in the parking structure of the Hollywood Casino.
Maybe I asked the wrong people for help. But that was the only thing I did wrong.
Tateona, remembering how many times she reached out for a place to live, she asked the father of the 2 kids that died.
He had an excuse every time. Either he's working, they can't come where he's living. He lived with a female, and the parents and them don't want kids there or something.
She also asked the city of Detroit for help.
I reached out in November. I reached out before that. I've been on a cam list for a long time. And every time I called and asked if they have a bed, they said they don't have family beds.
So the 7 of them had been sleeping in their 2002 Town and Country van since November. But the kids had everything else.
They ate every day, all day. Goodies, food. They didn't want for nothing. Every day they went to school. I had one mistake.
And the kid's grandmother, 49-year-old Yvette Goodman, was also in the van that day. Did the van run out of gas?
I have no idea what happened. I have no idea.
Did you fall asleep?
Yes.
And then when you woke?
Only night I fell asleep. I usually be woke.
And when you woke up, what happened?
My grandson wasn't moving.
A GoFundMe account has been set up to help the family.
And that's one of the reasons we did set the GoFundMe up, so she can have
so she will be able to have housing for herself and the children, her other remaining children.
We'll put a link to the GoFundMe account on our website, fox2detroit.com.
So more facts have come out about the kids that froze up in Detroit.
But see, let me tell y'all about men, okay? They'll go get, he probably with somebody else right now. They'll go get with another woman and play dad to this other woman children, okay? Taking care of this other woman children and don't do nothing for theirs.
Why is no one upset with the person who the children were in care of? How is it they died while with her, but it's his fault and he sorry? Mom bears no responsibility. You stupid ass bitch. The children died in her care because she was homeless and they were sleeping in a car. She did take accountability. She's the parent that stayed. She didn't go drop her kids off at the motherfucking fire station when her and her child's father went their separate ways. She took accountability when she had all those kids and still stayed down to take care of those kids, whether she had the means or not. That man had the means and still didn't show up for his motherfucking kids.
I know that I said it was going to be the last video about the lady with the children in the minivan in Detroit. But I'm mad at her. And I'm not trying to kick her while she's down. Ain't nothing like mama. And let me say this before I get started. I could be right, but I may be wrong. Or I may be wrong, but I could be right. Nothing like mama. Not one child, but 2 children. You pulled into the casino at 1 o'clock that night. You say the car ran out of gas. Your mama was in the car with other children. And you found them at 12 o'clock that night. 12 o'clock the next day, from my understanding, right? So you either wasn't nowhere to be found or inside the casino gambling. And again, I may be wrong, okay? This is just me thinking all the way around the board. When you came back to the car, you probably got behind the wheel. You probably went to sleep thinking you didn't want to disturb them, that they were sleeping. You could have checked on them when you made it back to that vehicle. You was not in that vehicle the whole time. I had a gambling problem at one time, and I remember, and it was so bad. I lost over $10,000 gambling at the casino. I remember being at home and craving to go to the casino, get my children off to school and sneaking going to the casino so my husband wouldn't even know I was going. The habit was so bad, I brought him into the habit. And I said 10, it probably was way more than that. And I thank God that I gave that up. You pulled in where you know money is flowing all night. Left those children in that car, went in that casino, and time. They don't have clocks in the casino because they want you to lose track of the time. You will never see a clock in the casino. And didn't realize that time was flying and your children was out there freezing. And when you got back from doing whatever you was doing, you know, your children hadn't lost their lives. Now, a lot of people saying, oh, they got cameras and she'll be in jail by now. Detroit police could be waiting until after the funeral to make the arrest.
Tateona Williams with a reason to smile today. She and her family were gifted a new home weeks after losing her 2 children to hypothermia, 9-year-old Darnell and 2-year-old Amila. Williams says she thinks about them all the time.
It's a lot that I'm going through right now, so this means a lot. This kind of makes me happy because I was kind of sad today. I've been having a rough day all day today.
We were saddened by hearing about what happened, and we decided to put things in action, not to talk about it.
Chad Audi, the president and CEO of Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, decided to coordinate with the city to provide the home free for 1 year and fully furnished and filled with food.
So we prepared this house that we own as Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries. We had to fix it, prep it, furnish it, and then give them a good start so they don't have to go one day with no food or being outside at all anymore.
Deputy Mayor Malia Howard, alongside Police Commissioners Daryl Woods and Tamara Smith and Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, gave Williams a good start by offering a blessing and a prayer once Williams got the keys to her new home.
And we ask it in Jesus' name.
Something Williams says she is forever grateful for.
So I'm kind of happy. I might not look like it, but I am. And so I really appreciate everything everybody done for me here.
Now, I'm not saying, I'm just saying this. I didn't hear this, but this is a possibility of what could have happened. Or you and your mama was taking turns and y'all end up in a casino together and left them children in that van. You pulled to the 9th floor where you could have pulled where other cars was moving and going in and out to ask somebody for gas or to take you to a gas station. Some workmen have a gas can on back of their truck. You pull somewhere so you can be comfortable to go in that casino.
To the standalone eye, carbon monoxide exposure can mimic hypothermia.
Today, we've learned charges are possible in connection to their deaths.
This unfortunate news comes shortly after the mother was gifted the home free for 1 year. The home is stocked with food and the basic necessities that her remaining children need. Before you jump to any conclusions in this video, we'll have a part 2. Let's read this statement. The Detroit Police Department has completed its investigation into their deaths and submitted the findings for the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office for review. DPD has not requested charges to be filed against any family member of the children. What does this mean? This indicates that someone could have maliciously exposed the children to carbon monoxide. However, at this time, the family members remain in the clear. Just to reset the room, they had been parking that van in a casino parking lot. It is possible that someone observed them parking that vehicle in the van and did something. It is possible that those 2 specific children were in the care of someone that the other children had not. This is Blue on Me.
A1's off, I'm feeling like Rocco. Big bitch spinning, took a jet to Morocco. I got pretty women showing titties like I'm Flocko. I came in a hard top, I'm still in the drop though. I can make the chart drop whenever I want drop some. I can get my big bro down, he'll pop some. These niggas not real.
Jumped that whole hypothermia talk was BS. Wayne County came out with the autopsy results stating that those children in Detroit was unalive due to carbon monoxide. Before I get on this app and try to say anything, I like to go dig for the facts first. I knew that it was a hypothermia. It didn't sound right. And she looks guilty. Now the next thing they need to work on was she in that vehicle with them? Or was they by themselves?
And I don't know where Tateona Williams was when them kids passed away in that car, but I can tell you where she wasn't. And that's in the car with them. She was not in that car with them kids when they passed away.
Who died inside a van in a Detroit parking garage.
The Wayne County Medical Examiner says they did not freeze to death, like a lot of people thought. Fox 2's Jessica Dubnak explains why the official cause of death is still causing concern.
Official cause of death has been released as carbon monoxide toxicity. That means on the children's death certificate it will be listed as an accident. However, the criminal investigation is still ongoing. Until Wednesday, the theory was the Curry siblings froze to death last month in the parking garage at the Hollywood Casino in Greektown. The Wayne County Medical Examiner releasing its cause of death, carbon monoxide toxicity. That's all they said on the deaths of 2-year-old Amila Curry and 9-year-old Darnell Curry.
Everyone wants answers because as a community, we've lost young lives.
Attorney Todd Perkins, who's also running for Detroit mayor, weighing in on the highly publicized tragedy. We've confirmed with Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy's office the criminal investigation into the children's death is active and open.
Her office is going to want to come to a point where they feel very confident either saying yes or no.
The family was living out of a van during the time of their death in the care of their mother, 28-year-old Tateona Williams. Williams' other 2 children are not in her care, removed by Children's Protective Services. We're told CPS is working to permanently remove them. Sources close to the investigation tell us the 9-year-old boy was covered in lice and the toddler's teeth were rotted. Both did not have proper clothing. Williams did try to reach out to the city homeless services for help over the years.
Sounds to me that she was trying to keep her family together. That's one perspective. Another person's perspective could be she should have known better. She should have fought harder to get into a shelter and all those other things.
We did reach out to Detroit police to see if they had anything to add. We're told they're leaving it up to the prosecutor. Jessica Dubnak, Fox 2.